Let me just move this stripper pole out of the way. Reminds me of childhood. So, I had sex today. Yeah, I didn't even cry. I'd like to say that I am newly sober, but that would be a lie. Yeah, I mean, I'm the kind of girl, I once accidentally traded my Jaguar for crack. But those were the best 3 days of my life. Yeah. So, just like everybody else, I was raised in a polygamist cult. Yeah. So, polygamy, for those of you who don't know what it is, it's one dad and a whole bunch of moms. That's like one Ken doll and a whole bunch of broken Barbies. Yeah. I mean, cults are really awesome, unless you're not the leader. Yeah, I like to reminisce about my childhood. You know, the good old days when the FBI came in and they raided. Yeah, I mean, I never really knew what was going on. I was just 12 and barely married. But now I'm a mom. I do things a little bit differently. Okay, let's just face it. I'll never be the mom that my moms were. Yeah, so I feel really uncomfortable up here on stage with my clothes on. Yeah. I mean, I used to work in the corporate world during the buffet hour at the strip club. Woo! Yeah. But even as a stripper, I think it's really important to be a professional. I overdosed on crack just this one time on stage. And that's okay, though, because I am a professional, and I just kept on dancing. There I was up on stage, and I was like dancing, and I was feeling so good when all of a sudden I felt like this twitch and freeze from the overdose. I just kept on dancing, kept on like turning it all into a move. Yeah. The paramedics, they came. Not literally. They were kind enough to wait until the end of the song before they escorted me off the stage on a stretcher. Yeah, once I was at the hospital, they hooked me up to, like, you know, the IV and the heart monitor with all the stickies and everything. And yeah, I was feeling so good. It was a perfect chemical cocktail. And I was like, wait a minute. It's a weekend. I got to get back to the club. I got to make some money. So I unhooked myself. I went straight back to the club and right back out on stage as if nothing had happened. And I was feeling so good at this time. I was dancing and I was doing my thing like this. And I bent down, and this guy, he was like, "What's them things?" And I looked down. There were the stickies from the hospital all over my chest. Yeah. That's okay, though, because I just kept on dancing. I just kept on turning it into a move. Just got to get rid of them. That's okay. Just get rid of it. And they were on my back, too. And I just kept on dancing, and it's all right. Nobody's going to notice a single thing. Woo! I mean, I thought I was doing a really great job until I looked down and I noticed that every single time I took off one of my stickies, it also took off my spray tan. Yeah, so there I was, looking like a spotted hyena on cracking too much Red Bull. Never drink Red Bull again. Ever. So one of the most exciting times of my life was when I was trying out to be a New Mexico State University cheerleader. Yeah, I was so excited for tryouts. I mean, I worked really hard on it. And, I mean, I went, I did the tryouts, I passed the cheer, I did the tumbling. I mean, I did the whole thing because, you know, cheerleading is basically like stripping, but you just don't get paid, you know, same thing. So after I made it, I had to, like, fill out some paperwork, but I was just so excited about making it in the first place. I mean, can you believe it? New Mexico State University cheerleader? Can't get better than that. I mean, that was my high at this point. So I was filling out the paperwork, and it's a student ID number, and I'm like, what is this? And the girl, that was, like, doing the paperwork, she's like, you do know that you have to go to school here if you want to, like, cheer for here? I didn't know that. So I was like, they expected me to be a cheerleader and go to college at the same time. Yeah, way too much responsibility. Way too much. So I decided to have a baby instead. Yeah, just pack her in my bag and take her with me to a party. So I have some emotional problems. Yeah, which, you could probably tell by every single thing about me. Yeah, I'm in therapy with my husband, and he wants me to do some things that, frankly, just make me feel really, really uncomfortable. He says things to me like, get a job. Yeah. And now he's getting into, this whole role play kind of thing. Like, role play? Really? Okay, fine, let's try it. And he's like, okay, let's pretend like you do dishes. I know, what a sicko, right? Yeah. So I've attempted suicide. Just another failure. I know. Don't try. Do. Woo. Yeah. So, I have these 4 little rescue dogs, and they are just the cutest little things. I just love them. And they get so excited, especially if it's time to have sex with my husband. And they're they're just so cute. But if I tried to lock them outside, they would just throw a huge tantrum, howling and scratching the door down and all of that. So I just go ahead and just let them be in the bed, but I just kind of have to ignore them while I'm having sex with my husband. So basically, it's here's me. Imagine, here's my husband, and the dogs are lined up right here. Yeah, and it's okay, here we go. And it's a good baby, yeah, it's a good baby. Shh. Okay, no, licky, licky. And I try to focus on my husband. It's a good baby, it's a good baby, yeah, it's a good baby. Okay, wait, okay. So, yeah. I guess that really does bring a whole new meaning to emotional support dog. Yeah. I'm Amber Dawn Lee, and that's my time. Thanks, you guys.